This is definitely not a box, and welcome Indie Box episode 4, where we discuss about the Cult of the Lamb. This game is charming. Just look at the lamb. It's the cutest little devil you will ever see. Look at it farm. Look at it chop wood. Look at it mine. Look at its cute face as it eats. This lamb lives a full life. It gets married. It brainwashes its followers. It buys followers. Rescues followers. Feeds them with good health. Goes fishing. Gambles. Cleans the poop. Re-educates the followers. Even sends them on vacation. Some go up. And some most definitely will go down. Builds a graveyard. Kisses its spouse. Its many spouse. Kills the traitors. But look at its cute face. You can't stay mad at this. If you can't forgive this face, then you don't deserve to ever see puppies or cats. That's just the rules. I didn't make them. They're established right now. Cult of the Lamb is a roguelike with a good amount of town management in it. And this game nearly gets it. I'll talk about that more later near the end of the video. First, and most importantly, let's talk about the music and art direction. It is a perfect mix of lighthearted tone with whack out cartoons. It feels like I'm literally watching Happy Tree Friends, and I'm okay with all of it. In this game, you're tasked with running a cult, from humble beginnings of a few members to feeling like nothing more than a glorified nanny with the amount of meals you have to make and all the beds you have to fix. I am so sick of cleaning after these animals. Now, the more followers you have, the stronger you will get. The more you'll be able to unlock for yourself and the cult / town. At first, you're going to be doing everything by yourself in this town. And I mean everything by yourself. But after a while, your followers can handle most of the tasks of the town, while you go back in the kitchen and make food for them because it's too much to ask for them to even turn on a goddamn stove. I mean, they can farm, they can build houses, a statue, but working a goddamn stove is too much for them. What the? To expand your cult, you're gonna need stone, wood, and gold. All can be found within the dungeons. You can also find more followers in the dungeon and other NPCs hanging around. But I never found this mother. I don't know. I think he's avoiding me on purpose, and I need him. He knows what needs to be done, and he's a coward, and he's running away from me. Or maybe I'm crazy. I mean, I could be really unlucky, but I'm running a cult here, so it cannot be me. Anyways, the main reason you'll be going into the dungeons is so you can get the bones of the fallen enemies to perform rituals. Now, you don't have to perform rituals, but on occasion your follower will ask you to do one. They can ask for a vacation, a dinner party, marriage, fishing, a promotion, and let's not forget, a tribute to the old ones, followed by a dance party just cause. You're going to need a lot of bones, so you're gonna learn those dungeons very well. Now, sadly, like any good leader or manager, you're gonna need to keep your cult happy. Make sure that if anyone has a problem with your level of neglect, put them in jail, re-educate them, feed them to the old gods, bring them back to life, feed them someone's poop, make sure they forget how to sleep, have them worship you forever, and then put them back in jail. After that, have them fall in love with you, marry them, kill them again, and bring them back, and you can finally forgive them. Yes, that sounds crazy. Yes, you can do everything I just said, step by step. A quick rundown on the dungeons. You go in, you kill your enemies, you find some items, some people, you kill some more, and you leave. It's pretty simple. Like, absolutely simple. You get a couple of weapons, a spell, upgrades in the form of cards, and that's it. You will come to learn that most of the complexity of this game comes from the people you have to take care of. That reminds me of my life. Oh God. If I have to boil the story down to its simplest form, so I don't spoil anything since this game is recently newborn, it's a revenge gang story. You go in, you build up your faction, you take out the other factions. Done. Alright. If you don't want to hear any more, click to this time on the screen, and I'll see you in a bit. Oh good, they're gone. Sweet. So if you want more details, you are the sweet little lamb. I don't know what you did, I don't know who you are, but you are about to be killed in service to these 4 butts. And you can't run away either. I've tried. So, what do? Well, you go on and you die. And as the axe drops on your head, this guy saves you. The one who waits. Cool name. Kind of an asshole, but cool name. He tells you he'll give you power to save yourself if you free him. You go like, I don't want to die, so sure. And you made a deal with the devil. Cool, great. Not a bad thing, given how you were going to be sacrificed to other devils. You might as well work for one and keep your life. All you have to do is kill those 4 guys, who you have more than enough reasons to kill, since they wanted you dead, and you can free him after that, while gathering everybody from the Happy Tree Friends. Something that I do like about this game in particular is that it contextualizes and explains why you don't stay dead. This butt keeps bringing you back to life. I like it when games explain, well, game mechanics. Alright, time to let the people who skipped this section back in. Welcome back, and now that we're all together, let's talk about some of the negatives in this game. For the most part, this game has a nice 50-50 split at the beginning when it comes to the town in a dungeon. It does a very good job in balancing the two, making you go into dungeons and dealing with the town and its, well, shenanigans. But around mid-game, the town's development just takes off. You won't be surprised to find yourself here for about 10, even 15 minutes, non-stop getting level ups for the town. On top of that, once you unlock more areas of the map and you have other things to do, you will have less reason to go to the dungeons for the time being. And when this guy shows up and starts selling you, well, followers right outside the town, you can see this really hampers the reason why you want to go to the dungeons. If it wasn't for story progression or the bones, you really won't have needs to go into the dungeon because the town will just demand your attention. After a while, your followers will start giving you more and more quests to do. Some of them want to be married, some of them want to be promoted, some of them want you to take care of sick people and to let them join the cult. So it's more stuff you have to take care of outside of the dungeons. And if you really want to nitpick, this game does allow you to get bones, albeit a small amount, outside a dungeon when you send people out, when you send them to do missionary work. Okay, so that's an issue, but it does get resolved, kind of, later on, once you're done upgrading your town or you get his money. There isn't much you can do with it, but fine, fantastic. You can buy the fishes and make the best meals, I guess. So for me, in particular, I went into the dungeon thinking I can just go in and have my fun. But if you have a decent amount of followers, I want to say 15 and higher, you do have to come back and check on them regularly. You just have to. Sure, you can brainwash them, but they still get hungry. And only you make the food. You have to give them the seeds to be able to plant. You have to put them to make items for you, like planes of woods and bricks and gold bars. At one point I had 25 followers and I just didn't have the time to enjoy the dungeon. I always picked the shortest route so I can go back to town and deal with whatever mess was going on. This was a bit annoying, but I understand that this is part of the game saying you gotta hit that balance. You need to take care of enough people so you can go enjoy the dungeon when you want to. I get it, kinda sucks. Personally, I wish the time goes slower in the dungeon. A small dumb fix like that will go a long way when you have a lot of followers. This game's combat is shallow. It's not deep, but it's not bad, and the developers know that. So in order to give you some variation, you can do a few things. You can increase the difficulty outright in the menus. The game gives you different weapons and spells / curses on occasion, so you can just pick what you can on the fly, and they're always getting stronger. You can change your cloak that you're wearing to give you different effects. My favorite one is the purple one, but if you want a challenge, I do recommend trying to go hitless with the gold. And it helps that combat is a bit fast paced. Everything I just mentioned does help combat feel good and a little bit berry, but it still is pretty much shallow here. One more thing I want to mention when it comes to the issues of this game is that it does have a couple of bugs that needs to be worked out. Nothing game breaking, at least nothing to me or that has been reported to me, but this game needs to iron out some of the kinks. You will find yourself sometimes, soft lock. You just have to restart your whole run or just turn off the game and turn it back on. I hear that on PC, the mouse and keyboard are hard to control or non-responsive. And on occasion, I have seen the game crash. It happened to me when I wasn't recording, which I have no footage for, but it has happened. As of recording, this game has had 14 patches to address bugs. It's a bit of a lot, but given how this game had a lot of hype, I know that they were pressured to just pump it out as fast and as best as they could. That being said, if you feel that that might be an issue for you, just wait for the game to go on sale. Cult of the Lamb is an enjoyable ride and does not overstay its welcome. I clocked in about 22-23 hours into this game. I can easily see the devs making the town management a grind, but it's not. If I had to rate this game, which I'm gonna try to stop with the numbers, but if I had to rate this game, it'll be a 7 out of 10. Simply because it could have been a little better, personally. But for what it is, it's good. This game is not trying to be more than what it is, and it's not trying to be anything grand. It's just a nice, fun romp with a silly amount of nonsense that you can do. You will be asked to prank someone by making them eat poop. So it ain't that deep. So trust me, it ain't that deep. This game, for what it is and what it wants to be, it gets my seal of approval. If anything you've seen here gets you to at least want to experience this for yourself, I do recommend it. Well, that's the video. Again, links down below for the Steam page. Thank you for watching, and come next time where we talk about
chaos. About chaos. Deal with chaos. Chaos exists. Are you chaos? Chaos takes hold. Me? Chaos me into chaos.
Yeah, we're gonna need to book therapy for him very soon. But this has been Definitely Not a Box, and I'll see you on the next one.